Hey, this is SCXCR. I just want to give a general update on a couple of things that are going on. First of all, the Red Steel review. I said I'd post that, a month ago? Here's the thing. Red Steel is actually a somewhat complicated game to review. Basically, what I could do is I could use the same 30 seconds of game footage to display almost everything that is good or horribly wrong with that game. And I am really struggling not to do that. I have like 200 clips of game footage on my computer that I can use for all kinds of stuff, and I'm really struggling not to just use one of them and do the whole review. So that's one problem. Other problem is a real life thing. My roommate and I are actually going to be moving sometime within probably the next 3 weeks. So yeah, that kind of takes some time out of video games. However, there is one game I've actually played recently, and I know I'm way behind on this, but I finally got down to sitting down and playing Bioshock on the 360. Overall, not that bad of a game. Visually, it looks really good, except for a couple of parts where the frame rate takes a nosedive. Always seems to happen when there's a Big Daddy walking around. I don't know how that relates to it, but yeah, overall, visually it looks really good. Something that really surprised me is the sound in it, the voice acting. All of that sounds really good. Don't really hear much about the good voice acting in video games, so that's somewhat noteworthy. I'm okay on the story, but there are some things about the game that really brought it back gameplay-wise. First of all, I've heard a lot of people talk about the Vita Chambers, and you know, the Vita Chambers in the game just make it way too easy. Like, anytime you pass a Vita Chamber, well, actually let me rephrase that, anytime you die in the game, you're automatically revived at one of these Vita Chambers with half of your health, but you still keep all of your medical kits, all of your E-Hypos, all of your guns, and all your different ammo for all of the guns. So basically, the only penalty for dying is you have to waste 10 seconds walking back to where you were before. That's not really much of a penalty for dying, exactly. Especially when there are healing stations and a whole bunch of healing items all over the game. And, what else was there? I know there was something important I was going to talk about, but, oh well, I can't remember. Wait. Oh yeah. For whatever reason, I seem to be a glitch magnet when it comes to Bioshock. Two in particular stick out in my mind. Number one, when I was going through the fishing wharf area, that big open space where there are the two docks and the big clearing in the middle, and there's usually a Big Daddy with a little sister walking in the middle. I figured, okay, I'm gonna get this little sister, took down the Big Daddy, rescued the little sister, got some Adam out of it. Next thing I know, a Big Daddy comes walking out through one of the doors, and it has a little sister following it. So, I thought it was kind of weird, but I took down that Big Daddy, and I got that little sister. Then, another Big Daddy comes out, and there's another little sister with it. So, I'm thinking something's going on at this point, but I kill the Big Daddy, Big Rosie technically, kill Rosie, get the little sister, finally a Big Daddy comes out without a little sister following it, so I move on. And I go into the next room, and there's a Big Daddy with a little sister next to it. So I check, and there were only supposed to be 3 little sisters in the area. I had found 4. So that was kind of a beneficial glitch, though. One that really annoyed me was, there was this one part where I had to walk up a log to get to this roof and then drop down to a doorway. And next to this log, there's this little ramp going to a different section. So, oh, that was my elbow. So, I try to walk up the log, I slip off the side, and I get in this sort of weird glitch thing where it keeps detecting me falling repeatedly. And that goes on for like 5 seconds, and then I finally land, and I die instantly. For whatever reason, I'm guessing that the game thought, when I was falling repeatedly for that, it kept adding the distance for those falls on top of each other. And rather than several short falls, the game thought I took one gigantic drop to that section I was in and killed me instantly. But it wasn't really that much of a drawback because there was a Vita chamber not 10 seconds away from where I was standing. So, no loss. Now, there's one last thing I want to address, and it's that I am not done with Bloody Roar 4. Apparently, someone sent me a message saying that I didn't like the voice acting and I didn't like the music, maybe I should do something about it myself. Well, I understand the person was kind of joking about it, but I'm going to take it seriously. I am going to do a playthrough of Bloody Roar 4, go back through, do a playthrough with one of the characters, and I'm going to put my own voice acting over the cutscenes and my own music over the fighting. And maybe some other detailed stuff here and there too, but I don't know. I'm also going to change up the storyline, because, you know, let's face it, that was kind of weak. I think just about anybody could do better at that. But, look out for that, look out for Red Steel, look out for any other random crap I feel like posting sooner or later. This is SC, signing off.